it, Tony! Trying to rid the world of weapons? You gave it its best one ever. And now, I'm gonna kill you with it. Chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Let's talk about an old school review because I have got the Iron-Monger figure and I thought, you know what? I don't care if it came out a year ago. I want to do a specific review about this thing. Why? Here's why. It's freaking awesome. Why do I love it so much? Probably because I paid $12 for it. That's gonna help. But also, once I got it, just look at it. It's so good. This is like an under the radar kind of thing, or at least it was under my radar. I didn't see this coming, man. I saw pictures of it and I was like, yeah, that looks nice, but it looks expensive too, and it's MCU. I did need this. After all, I really did. This is BEA beautiful. Also, by the way, at the end of this review, I'm gonna do some size comparisons. Because people were saying, Dave, why don't you do size comparisons? And of course, the answer is, it's a ball ache. But also, it is really satisfying to see, isn't it? So, I'm gonna do some of those. But first of all, I'm just gonna talk about this guy. I'm gonna talk about this guy, Tori! And just how great they are. You and you, but mostly me here over this guy. This is the money figure over here. So just take a look at him. So, Iron-Monger, from the original Iron Man movie from way back in 2008, I do believe. This is one that people were requesting for a long time. And I think a lot of folks were probably accepting that you just weren't going to get. I think, MCU fans were just sobbing into their cereal going, we ain't never going to get ourselves an Iron-Monger.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
And then Hasbro were like, oh, are you looking for this? Now, we need to retool this little bad boy, make a nice little whiplash figure. That would be pretty cool. But this, just the chonk. The chonk is real. This is a big, hefty boy. You feel the size of this. You feel like you're getting your money's worth, and that's what's really great. And also, what struck me initially was like, it's just a bit, it was all grey. It's all just grey. There's nothing exciting about it. It looks a bit dull. Nah-uh-uh. Didn't say the magic word. Which in this case is, look a bit closer, dumbass. There's actually little bits of silver going on here. And the thing is, because it's so basic in colour, when there are little flashes of colour, it really stands out. Like, for example, the gun belt here going so wicked. I absolutely love the way that they've sculpted the bullet casings. So they're dropping down and you can see them like separating and falling apart. Like there's just, this one's hanging on by a thread at the end of here. That's so nice. I can actually, when I see this, my brain fills in. I'm sure yours must do this too. If MTV hasn't killed the imagination of you kids. When I look at this, I hear the do-do-do-do-do-do. I hear the ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding of all the cases landing on the floor. My brain puts all of that together. The gun barrel almost looks hot to the touch. It's so great. And one thing I haven't seen before is that, I thought this little smoke effect was for a separate piece, like without the firing, you would just have this for like the smoking barrel. But no, you can actually apply them both together. That's really nice. That is some smart engineering, Hasbro. Simple, but the best ideas are simple. That's really, really great. Then here, this is this little arc reactor with the clear perspex on the front. Love that. Because also, it looks deep. Like, it looks like there's layers going on down here. You go really deep down into the center. I just dig it. The more I look at it, I'm like, man, I'm not going to start collecting MCU, obviously. But as a standalone piece, because also what's great about this Iron-Monger design is how practical it looks, how real it looks. One thing I didn't like too much about later Iron Man movies is that, of course, the suit becomes more and more high-tech until it's like nanotech, at which point it's not really Iron Man anymore. It's like nanobot symbiote man. This looks like a working piece of machinery. And what's great is you can see it working. Looking at the back here, you can see the piston on the back of the arm there, opening and closing. That's really, really cool. Although, having said that, I'm just pointing this out right now. Would you look over here? We seem to be missing a little piston, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is interesting. This was sold super reduced and listed as sold as seen. And now I'm wondering, maybe this is why it's sold as seen, because he's missing a piston. I can't see one obviously hanging around there. Oh, no, wait. No, I tell a lie. Unlike Thomas Jefferson, I can tell a lie. I don't know American history. Was it Thomas Jefferson? Who couldn't tell a lie? Was it Abraham Washington? I didn't know that's a wrestler. All right, I'm going to stop embarrassing myself. No. The piston is there, but you see, it's come out of its thingamajig. So I'm going to do a little test here. See how long it takes me to put it back in. That's what she said. All right, that wasn't too bad. I've got it back in, but now the damn dang darn shoulder things have fallen off. So now I gotta fix the shoulder things. Life is hard. Really hard. No one knows what it's like to be a toy reviewer, to be the sad reviewer, and we can't figure out where things go. Oh, I see where it goes. Okay, took me a little while to figure out where those were going. I was like, don't know where they're going. Even God knows where they've been. A bit of Bon Jovi there for you. But I figured it. I sussed it. And there are, again, nice moving piston type parts on the shoulder here. That's really nice. But you can see, just with me fiddling around with my big clumsy oaf hands, they can fall off. So it's not like it's beautiful, like precision, high-end import type engineering. It's not. It's Hasbro. You're gonna get what you expect, which is like, little bits and pieces falling off. Then again, I got a Revoltech in that cupboard there, and if you want to talk about things falling off, don't even get me started. I'm looking at you, Cable. So it happens, but I don't mind. I'll forgive it because I just love the fact that we have those moving parts. The moving pistons makes a big difference. Everything else coming around here with the big pistons on the side, a real steampunk kind of look to it. Then with the great Mark I style helmet. What else can I say? Freaking love this guy. And then we have Obadiah over here, Triple H in the suit, and I'm not going to spend too much time with this guy because I'm not going to bore you. That's like the first rule of model behavior. I'm not going to bore you. Second rule is I'm not going to lie to you. And third rule is I'm not going to patronize you. Patronize means to talk down to you. So this is a basic suit body, so I'm not going to waste your time. It's nice though. You got the little pinstripe shirt. It's a nice little touch. Lovely lavender tie. I would totally wear this. This guy's a nice tailor. But really the most important thing is the Jeff Bridges likeness. And the Jeff Bridges likeness, spot on. On the Jeff Bridges likeness scale that I normally incorporate with my reviews, I'd actually give this a 10 out of 10 for Jeff Bridges likeness. Spot on. Then also he's got a lovely accessory. I love the proof that Tony Stark has a heart arc reactor. That's really, really great. I think it's a fun little accessory. So for him to come with that little bit of extra thought, they didn't need to do it, although arguably they did need to do it because this was originally a deluxe expensive set. So yeah, you should have done that, and you did, so thanks. And then, of course, he's got the briefcase as well. It would have been nice if they had like a bit more paint on the latches, all that kind of thing. I mean, that's always a thing with Hasbro. More paint would be nice. That's all I'm saying. But as a standalone Jeff Bridges figure, of all my Jeff Bridges figures, this ranks somewhere in the middle. But yeah, this concludes Rate My Jeff Bridges figure. But he's good. He's great, but he's surplus to requirements. This is the big boy, so let's do some size comparisons. So let's have some fun with some size comparisons. So first of all, I'm just going to compare him to a regular Iron Man Marvel Legend. We've got the stealth version here, and you can see already, you can see how big and chunky this Iron-Monger is. You get a lot of bang for your buck here. And I'll throw in, just for a different line comparison, you've got the Mezco Iron Man here too. And you can see I've got him in a bit of a wide stance, but still, it doesn't detract from the fact that Iron-Monger absolutely towers over him. This is my go-to Iron Man here. I love this guy. Then let's mix things up a little bit, just so you can see, like, you know, big boys next to this guy. I'm going to take away Stealth Iron Man and place Gadoosh McFarlane Violator. So now he doesn't look quite so intimidating. Although, to be fair, Violator is absolutely ginormous. But that puts it in a bit more perspective there, a bit more scale. I'm going to put Stealth Iron Man back there just so he can look a bit intimidated. And let me try and get a decent sort of stance here going on with this guy. That's always the problem with doing figure comparisons, is just trying to get everything to stand up. So like, occasionally I would like get them all together and then put it in reverse. That would work sometimes. Okay, going for another mech. We have a bat from the G.I. Joe Classifieds line. And I mean, I love how these guys can actually fit in with the Marvel Legends so well. They look really great. But yeah, you can see, again, I mean, what size comparison do? It just shows you how big they are compared to other things. Well, that's kind of what you'd expect now. Now we've got a bigger boy. We got the 7-inch scale Mortal Kombat Sector here. One of my favorites. I've purged and culled a lot of my Mortal Kombat characters, but Cyrax and Sector, they survived. So you can see, being 7-inch scale, he's a little bit bigger. He measures up slightly better. And then just for kicks, I'm going to throw in a little NECA Donatello, because I don't even know what sort of scale. I suppose they're kind of 7-inch. Are they 6-inch or 7-inch? It's hard to say, because the turtles aren't that big, so I think maybe 7-inch scale is more appropriate for the size of these figures. I love those NECA turtles. And then, just because I went a little bit crazy, I'm going to take Obi out so that we can mix things up a little bit. We got Boba Fett, you know, the real Boba Fett, not that Disney Plus nonsense. No, this is the real deal guy. You can see I'm still a bit sore about that. And finally, just to throw in another little bit of Marvel flavoring, I'm going to move Sector back and make some room for Cyclops Optic Blast. And again, you can see Mezco next to Mezco, Cyclops and Iron Man there. They go great. But yeah, the scaling, you can see a lot of chonk on this boy. You get your money's worth. Also, I didn't say when I was showing it to you during the proper review, but I also love, the missiles on the side of the arm there. Just talking about the little bits of color that really pop when the rest of the figure is so plain. That's what I'm talking about. They look really nice, but also, you see, little shoulder pad popped off again there. Something to be aware of, guys. He looks great, but he will be dropping a trail of breadcrumbs around your living room floor if you're not careful. So that's one to be aware of. And folks, that does it for my rapid fire Iron-Monger and Obadiah Stane review. I just wanted to cover these guys properly because I really dig them. I was very impressed, genuinely surprised, and you gotta love that. So guys, what do you think about this figure? What do you think about other MCU figures? What do you just think about life in general? Tell me what's going on with you. I want to hear it. Comment below, let me know. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior. Hello there! If you enjoyed this episode, then be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want to throw some money at Dave, and why wouldn't you, go over to patreon.com/displaying model behavior. Or you could join and get a channel membership on the YouTube membership section. Go and do that. You don't even have to change websites. And also, go over to the Facebook page and the Instagram too. Do all of that stuff. And you can also go check out Dave's other channels, Model Behavior Wrestling and Displaying Miscellaneous Behavior. Oh, and go buy a t-shirt. Not enough people buy t-shirts. Hey, Tony! Cup of coffee. Big time.